Good evening, everybody. David Paul with you in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. On a Friday evening, the weekend is here. Rain chances are going up. It is because of an approaching cold front. Yeah, cold front. I don't think we're going to get cooler here, but it is going to kick off thunderstorms. The rest of the country is getting cooler. We'll take a look at that. Here are the rain chances next several days. Saturday, good chance for rain and thunder. I've got 60% written in there. Timing it is difficult. Got a couple of different models I'm going to show you. The low-res Euro is suggesting we could have rain in the morning tomorrow, maybe rain and thunder in the morning tomorrow. High-res modeling says no rain in the morning, but lots of rain and thunder in the afternoon and evening and even after sunset tomorrow evening. Bottom line, with an approaching front, 1st of August, got a rain chance, and there could be a strong thunderstorm in there as well. 60% chance tomorrow, 30% Sunday, 30% Monday, then we go hot and muggy, slight rain chance as we head into the middle part of next week. I love this map. So this was this morning. Des Moines, Iowa, 61. International Falls, 45. Denver, 58. They had more like late spring or early fall temperatures for lows across the central and northern plains. We were sweating in the 80s in the morning. And now current temps look like this. Dallas at 94, typical Texas. But then Oklahoma City at 78. That is below normal. They are loving it. They've got a north wind. I've got surface winds on here as well. North wind out of the northeast, Kansas City to Oak City in the 70s. Omaha, Nebraska, 74. Des Moines, 72. Chicago, 72. Even Little Rock, Arkansas, only 81. Way below normal for this time of the year. Shreveport at 95. So again, Dallas 94, Oak City 78. Shreveport 95, Little Rock 81. In fact, you can even see it here. Tuscaloosa, Alabama 88, Nashville 78. So we know we've got a boundary sitting right in here separating much cooler air from the hot, sticky stuff. There's the front. And ahead of it, we've got scattered showers and thunder showers. Not so much here in Houston this evening, but as we head into Saturday, especially afternoon and evening, I think that is the best chance for this front to kick off rain and thunder widespread across the area tomorrow. But again, it may end up being that even tomorrow morning, we end up getting some rain and thunder around here. So just an early heads up. If you have plans, get up early, check the app, turn on notifications, as it's an odd weather pattern for this time of the year. So there's going to be a little more uncertainty than normal in the forecast. That's just the way it is. Flood risk tomorrow is marginal. So it's lowest on the threat scale, 1 out of a 4-tiered scale. When we see this, quite often the threat ends up being isolated street ponding, street flooding, where we get a quick inch and a quarter of rain in about 15 minutes, which is completely possible tomorrow. That would, for a moment, overwhelm the drains and cause some street ponding and street flooding issues, and then it would go away. I've been enjoying this shot. Let me step out of the way. This is Blue Water Beach on the Bolivar Peninsula. That's live. It is just a beautiful coastal evening. The shadow from the dunes, beach looking good. I think it's low tide. Got some folks down there getting the last bit of the day. It's been a beautiful Friday. Surf looks light. Just nice to be outside at the beach this evening. Now, high temp today did go to 96. That was at Bush Intercontinental Airport. That came at 2:59 this afternoon. Normal is 96, so we were right at normal. Record high is 103. Set on this day back in 1998. That was a very hot summer in 1998. Current temps: Bush 96, Sugar Land 96. Hobby 93, Conroe 94, Huntsville 97, which is hot enough, but you factor in the humidity, and the humidity is high. It feels like 105 in Huntsville, Conroe, at Bush, at Hobby. Wharton feels like 105. Sugar Land's the winner, feeling like 108 at the Sugar Land Airport. Cleveland feels like 102. So a very hot summer afternoon. It is quite typical to get a lot of moisture, giving us very high heat index values right before a boundary or a front comes in, like we've got coming in from North Texas. So no surprise, we're uncomfortable this afternoon. Now, looking at the radar, scattered thunder showers have been going off and on for all afternoon, from Austin to Killeen to Waco up to the Arklatex. Nothing severe at the moment. That's a strong thunderstorm up there on I-20. We've had a couple of thunder showers in Polk County. This one for a moment had a strong thunderstorm indication earlier. Now the lightning has fizzled. It's weakening, but that's a heavy downpour between Shepherd and Livingston, just east of 59 in Polk County. You can see showers east of Dallardsville, FM 1745. Got a pretty good rain shower going on there. Hello, Point Blank. That's a pretty good little thunder shower near you. And you can see more showers north of Huntsville and Walker County up into Madisonville and then back to Franklin. Pretty good thunder shower there between Bryan and Franklin. And computer models kind of keep it going across the northern areas, the northern fringes of our viewing area as we head between now and 8, 9 o'clock, and then they kind of fizzle everything out. But I wanted to show you this. This is the European model I talked about that has rain coming in here in the morning. Here's the setup. So this is 2:30 in the morning, and we would be quiet, but thunderstorms forming up here Dallas to Longview, right along the front. Front would give it a kick, and those storms on this model race out ahead of the front, which is entirely possible, and they get in here with rain and thunder going into 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So if you've got morning plans, check the radar. Don't just think it's going to be clear in the morning and stormy in the afternoon. We may have some storms rumble in if that verifies going into the morning. And then those would go through, we'd get a break midday, and then we'd see more thunder showers pop up going into the afternoon and evening here on Saturday. That's the Euro. This is the high res model. This is the rapid refresh. This is the HER. So by 10 o'clock tonight, it has these scattered showers that we have up here to the north, still kind of hanging on from Franklin to College Station to Madisonville over to Lufkin, maybe northern Walker County near Huntsville by 10 o'clock. Models fizzle that out. We go through the overnight quiet. This is 6 a.m. on the high res. It does not have storms in the morning, so giving us a quiet morning. We would be relatively quiet through lunchtime. Begin to see some showers popping up College Station to Brenham. That would be that boundary pushing in from the north, and then enough to begin to kick off some stronger storms, really kind of hit and miss everywhere by the time we get into 3:30 in the afternoon. But watch what happens between 3:30 and 5, 6, 7. Models want to produce some pretty strong thunderstorms going into the late afternoon and early evening. 7 o'clock, could be some pretty dicey thunder showers and gusty straight line wind, cloud of ground lightning, straight line wind. That's the biggest threat from this tomorrow. And even going into the evening, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, high-res modeling gives us more thunderstorms here, Katy to Houston. I think all of this is entirely possible, certainly possible. Even the morning storms are possible. So bottom line is tomorrow, the setup is a wet one. The exact timing is in question, but plan on there being rain and thunder out and about, whatever you're doing from time to time as we head through the day. On your Saturday, okay, bigger picture, looking further out, August 7th through the 11th, wetter than normal, eastern half of the country. Drier than normal out west. Temperature-wise, hot in the desert southwest, above normal across Texas, a little bit below normal for Georgia and the chimney of Idaho. Hurricane season. So you are here, August the 1st. Notice how August the 1st begins and then we really ramp right around August 15th. Statistically, things get really busy going into September 10th, which is the peak of hurricane season. So in August, things do begin to pick up, but really it's the middle of August when stats show right there, August 15th. That's when the elevator begins to go up on what normally happens. We normally get activity really building out there the second half of August into September. The forecast from Colorado State University calls for 16 storms. 14 is normal, so that would give us an above normal season. 8 hurricanes, 3 majors. And so far, we've had 3 little storms. I say little, short-lived, weak tropical storms. Andrea, Barry, and Chantal. If we get to 16, Pablo is where we'll make it on the names list. It's amazing how busy it can get. We can catch up and get all the way to Pablo, even though we've been quiet here the first half of the season, first month and a half of the season. Sea surface temperatures are warm enough. Everything you see here in orange and red shows the sea surface temperature a little bit above normal for this time of the year. So there's plenty of warm water, but there are no vigorous tropical waves right now, and we've got dust out here, and we have yet another plume forecast to come off. So for the moment, dust keep things quiet out here. No new development expected over the next 7 days. Saturday's numbers look like this. 80 in the morning, 40% rain chance. 91 by noon, 50% rain chance. 96 in the afternoon, 60% chance for rain and thunder. The extended forecast. Sunday, a 30% rain chance for lingering scattered storms. Monday, 30%, and then it's Mid-August, mid to upper 90s. Heat index is a little above 100, typical stuff, with a 20% chance for an isolated thunder shower Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week. All right, that's where we stand here on Friday evening going into the weekend. Have a great weekend. Plan on dodging some thunderstorms and enjoy your Friday evening, everybody.